Hey everyone, welcome back to Dan and his van. As always, love, hate, subscribe, click that bell icon, and you will be notified of the next video. Now, in this video, what I want to do, let me just adjust my lighting here. What I want to do is I want to do a little 2022 year in review. Number one, I hope that you and your family are happy and healthy and continue to be in 2023. Health is the number one important thing in your life because without health, you don't have a life. So, that being said, let me get into my 2022 year in review. That's when I decided to change this YouTube channel from all affiliate marketing stuff to danandhisvan.com because I'm going to start hitting the road in 2023. Right now, as a lot of you know from my last video, I just had my appendix taken out. I had emergency appendectomy a few weeks ago, and I can't really lift anything for 8 weeks over 5 pounds. So it doesn't make sense to hit the road anytime before, say, the beginning of March, because I can't really do a lot of things if I need to do things out there on the road, like even like change a tire. I can't do that right now due to my medical condition. So let me just go over starting 2022. I was brought by some of my marketing friends. They brought me an opportunity to join Profit Gateway. Profit Gateway was the sports betting um, training course that I purchased. It was $1,000 at the time, and I've 10x that plus in a process over the years, over the year, just by following their no lose bet strategy, which is true. You never lose. You can't lose. I'll leave a link to that in the description, free15k.com, like it says in my van. And so that made me think, if I can travel to all these other states and make money using this system, then, and I can work at home full time and create a mobile office, that's what I'm going to do in my van. Excuse me. Just having my morning coffee. I wanted to do this before the day started. It's about 9 o'clock my time. So yes, so I met two guys, Will and Al. Al I've known for about 4 years. I met his brother finally, and absolute genius, 23 years old. Alice, I think he's still in his late mid 20s. And these guys put together this system. And like I said, you can go to free15k.com and see about picking up a course if you're in the USA, Canada, or in the UK. They're working on a worldwide method now for 2023. TBD, to be determined. Okay. So I decided, let me build something in my van that I can travel and I can see the country. Now, full disclosure, I've been to 44 states by vehicle already. 43 states, 44 would have to be Hawaii, and I couldn't get there by car, but I've been there as well. And I always wanted to complete the 50 states, go to all 50 states. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, because there's a couple states that there's really no reason to go to. So I don't want to go just to go. But yeah, I'll get close to 50 states before I die, for sure. Excuse me. So that's Profit Gateway. That's what made my wheels turn. I can go to all these other states, stay there for a month, make a bunch of money, make my stay free, pay for my travel. And so what I did is I tested that theory. So the first thing I did was I built out my van. Now you've seen in all my shorts, from July through the end of September, or no, through the end of October, I think it was. It was supposed to be the end of September. It was pushed till the end of October because there was problems. My Ford Transit, I have a 2018 Ford Transit van that does not come with roof rack, so they had to be custom made. The actual solar panels were the cheapest amount of the build, so it ended up costing me about $4,000 all in, including the professional solar installation. You can look at all my lives, all my shorts, and you can see the evolution of putting it in. Now, I did the inside, most of the inside by myself. Aesthetically, I don't have a lot of woodworking skills, but I just learn as I go. I didn't concentrate that on in high school. When I went to high school, I concentrated on business and academics. I didn't concentrate on wood shop, metal shop, stuff like that. In hindsight, it's still better off that way because I can still learn things. Even being 57 years old, I learn new things every day. I did the inside myself. I did an indoor mobile office. I did a Wi-Fi, a cell phone booster in there as well. I have 2 monitors. I have a docking station. I can hang my cam and my microphone here. I can hang this up in my van and it'll sound no different than it does now. You wouldn't know that I wasn't in my van right now because it sounds exactly the same. That I did a test run. I went to the end of August. I went to Colorado. That's the backdrop behind me, Silverton, Colorado. I went there for 1 week. Actually, I think it was 8 days. I went there for 8 days and I netted about $3,000 just for that 8 days worth of I worked. I took half vacation time. I worked half the time. And then in my spare time, I did all my sports betting. And then I netted about $3,000, I think it was, or $2,000. I grossed 3,000. Cost me 1,000 for the trip, and I made $2,000 on that trip. That's only about 6.5 hour drive from my place in northern Arizona, northeastern Arizona. So it took me about 6.5 hours each way to go there. I stopped at a state park on the way there. It was really nice in New Mexico. Really got to see a lot of New Mexico and Colorado, and yeah, that was my test run. I was able to work without issue. I actually did a video from the back of a Denny's parking lot, how I made like $300 legally from the back of a Denny's parking lot. So you can look for that video too. So that was my concentration in 2022. Did have some personal setbacks. I'm not really going to get into it too much, but my mom passed at 94 the day after Thanksgiving. So November and December has been pretty rough. And then a week before Christmas, I had to get an appendectomy. I had my appendix out. So personally, it's been a little rough in that sense. The economy being what it is, things are unsettled at work, but I still have my great job. I can work at home full time. It's a wonderful advantage for me because I can be anywhere. I've also joined Planet Fitness as a means to staying clean in the winter if you're traveling during the cold weather. I have an outdoor shower for warmer weather, but during the colder weather, you're going to need to take a shower. You can try truck stops, which are very clean, by the way, but they're about $10 to $12 a piece. I got a Planet Fitness membership for $24.99. It cost me 25 and change a month. And ironically, I joined because I was going to do a trip over Christmas, but then that got canceled because of my surgery. So the Planet Fitness, you can take all the showers you want, and you can with the Black Card, you can go to any of the 2,400 locations in the United States. So anywhere I'm traveling in my van, I'm never going to go more than a day or two without a shower. So because there's going to be a Planet Fitness nearby that I could stop by. They also have free Wi-Fi. So worst case scenario, if there's a cell phone interruption, I can park in their parking lot, use their Wi-Fi, and work in my van from their parking lot. So I can have that as an option as a backup plan as well. I also have about 2 months of vacation time stashed away. So worst case scenario, I can take a paid time off day, something like that. But I'm going to make this work. My first trip, I believe, is going to be, I have it earmarked for beginning of March. I think I'm going to go to California. I want to go all the way. I want to go through Las Vegas to Reno, and I want to go across to Eureka. I think that's what the town is called in California. I want to avoid traveling in California because the gas prices are so high. It's $4.50 average right now, as opposed to Nevada, which is $3.75. Big difference, 75 cents a gallon when you're traveling all those miles. So I'll go to Eureka. I want to go to Redwood National Forest. That was one of my places that I want to visit. Then I want to come back down to Yosemite before I come home. That'll be a nice short couple week trip. I'm thinking it'll probably a couple weeks. It'll probably be a couple weeks. I'll start out mid-month and do like the last I'll do the last part of March, probably sometime after the 12th, and do that last 2 weeks, and I'll go up there. Hopefully the weather isn't too squirrely, because I know up there in the mountains it can get a little sketchy, so I'll plan accordingly. If the weather's bad in California, I'll just hang out in Reno for a while, and I'll stay there and work there until I can get across to Redwood National Forest, and then come back down to Yosemite, and then come home. And then starting in April, I plan on hitting the road in April and heading north or east. And then in the summer, hopefully I'll just morph my way over to the East Coast in the summer as the weather is better. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. I don't want to be stuck in the South in the dead of summer, but come fall, maybe migrate south in the summer, in the fall, and then hit up Florida, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, places like that. Maybe go see an Alabama game, Roll Tide. So that's kind of like my mindset, and then come back for the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, everything, spend them here with my nephews and sister, brother-in-law, cousins and stuff, my nephews, and enjoy that. So that's kind of like my plan. We'll see how it works out, because life happens and things happen. I did have my water pump went in my van as well, but that was covered under my my powertrain warranty, and that was totally free of charge. The powertrain warranty is good up until 60,000, I think they said 50 or 60,000, and I only had 42 and change. I have just shy of 43,000. So we'll see. Hopefully you'll come with me on the journey, and hopefully I'll get to see some of you that are watching this. Get up to see cousins in Minnesota that I haven't been there since I was like 13 or 14 or 12 or something like that. Get up there. I have friends all over the United States, Iowa. Kip, you're in Iowa, come see you. Then Erica's in Michigan, and Aaron's in Ohio, and Michelle's in Louisiana, and all my buddies are in Florida, and Rima's in Virginia, and Chris is in New York. So I have plenty of people to visit, and Kim's in Tennessee. So I have tons of people to visit all over the United States. I know people everywhere just from traveling and being around and moving 13 times. So that's my year in review. Again, I hope you and your loved ones, your family, and yourself is happy and healthy 2023. Be safe out there. Hopefully you'll be able to follow me, and I will, video, whatever. I tend to do a lot of shorts because they're a lot easier to do with your phone and then upload them right away, instead of doing these full videos, because I won't have my office per se. But once in a while we could do maybe do a monthly recap and do a longer video. But I plan on doing a lot of shorts from the roads, maybe things that I notice, things that I'm trying out, things that aren't working, things that screw up. So hopefully you'll be with me with that. Again, love, hate, subscribe, leave me a comment, tell me where you want me to go. Maybe I'll come to a town near you and have a visit. So all my best. Again, happy and healthy 2023, and I'll see you in the next video, hopefully from the road.